Up to this point, we've discussed three other major types of biological molecules, including proteins, carbohydrates, and also nucleic acids. So we're going to look at the fourth major class of biomolecule, which is termed lipids. And so these are collectively thought of as things in the cell that are soluble in organic solvent. Which typically means that they're hydrophobic or nonpolar. Okay, so we're collectively talking about molecules that are important in the cell that are largely nonpolar. And so these are, of course, are important, as we discussed early on in the class, because as we know, part of what defines the cell is a membrane. This creates the barrier between inside the cell and outside the cell. And that allows for compartmentalization and differences in having differences in the environment inside and outside the cell. For instance, a difference in salt concentration or containment of proteins and enzymes that are important for the functionality of the cell, containment of DNA, for instance. And so a lot of this membrane is composed of lipids. And we'll be discussing several types of those lipids. And so this is not only important for instance, for the outer membrane, but remember that there are also structures that protect things, such as DNA. And so DNA, for instance, in eukaryotes, is encapsulated by a double membrane structure, which we collectively call, the nucleus. But then there are other membrane structures such as the endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi complex, vesicles that are important, peroxisomes. There are a number of other membrane-bound organelles that are important for different functions within the cell. And again, so that's just to illustrate the many uses that different lipids may have in forming membranes and what membranes are useful for. So in the next over the next few lectures, what we're going to discuss are different types of lipids. We're going to look at a survey of different lipids that may make up the different membrane, and then we'll look at and what effect those have on the properties of membranes, and then we'll look at the properties of membranes and also what else can be incorporated in the membrane, including proteins, which are commonly found in these membranes and are useful for different functions and transport. And this will encapsulate our discussion about lipids and also their functionality in membranes in the context of cells.